The title of this video is exactly what it says on the tin. I rant about opinions that I see on the internet that have some popularity or I've constantly seen time and time again whilst trying to keep the video civil. If you see your opinion on this video, I don't hate you as a human being, I just don't like your opinion. This is an opinion of your opinion. To those who agree with me, do not harass anyone with said differing opinion. You can debate in the comments, but please keep it civil. You got that? Now let's get on to the video.
So I've been in a RWBY fandom for about since the first Red trailer, and very common opinion I've seen on anyone who reviews RWBY in like a negative light, you know, just any, you know, negative way about RWBY. All the time I see in the comments is someone saying that the show only focuses on shipping, which I completely disagree with. I've never seen such a thing be so false and just so wrong. It's so dumb. Like, I genuinely don't believe the show focuses on shipping at all. In fact, it does a terrible job at it, because I see people on Tumblr complaining about how shipping is so poor and how things like that. I don't really use Tumblr, by the way. Literally, I only go check it to see people complain about the most insane, stupid shit, like how John being a cheater. But that's for another rant. That is part of another rant. And people like to just add on to, I don't know why people do this, but people love tagging on at the end of their argument that RWBY focuses on shipping more often when it comes to things. It's like, oh, how come the show didn't focus on Adam's character? Oh, that's because they just wanted to add on shipping. You know, they want to focus on shipping. Okay, first of all, can we not say that the fight between Adam's character was just... Can we not say Adam's character was just a crux just to allow Blake and Yang to become a thing? No. That's not what it was for. The whole thing was it was Blake relying on Yang and Yang learning to deal with her anger. It was not just shipping. Could we not reduce an entire fight to just this one thing that is completely meaningless? Like the whole them being a relationship thing is completely is the least significant thing compared to what they have gone through. Okay, Blake has just gone through this abusive relationship with Adam, whilst Yang had her arm cut by the dude. Why are we forgetting the actions that led up to this fight? Why are we forgetting the prerequisites to this fight? I don't get where people are coming through with this argument. The show focuses on shipping. And besides, the show does a really bad job of showing it. Like, the only time they really do a good job of it is like in the last episode of Volume 6, which is done pretty decently, honestly. It's alright, you know, they're holding hands, so you know, they're gonna be there with each other. Some people might say it doesn't whether or not confirm or whether or not they are a ship, but otherwise, whether they are a couple or not. Are Blake and Yang a couple? I don't know, to be honest, because, you know, there's not much confirming going on, but you can assume so. I will assume so for now. There are some times when this argument is basically used for no reason, even when it doesn't need to be. Like, a good example of this is when Core Dovid disallows the main cast from getting an airship to Atlas, and she says they have questionable characters, and the camera points to Blake trying to showcase Faunus racism, right? And so the video is trying to point out how Rooster Teeth basically forgot how Yang punched Mercury, because Yang is angry for Blake, and it's like, oh, well, you guys forgot that. And then someone in the comments basically said, Rooster Teeth would never think of that, because they're way too lazy and they're just focused only on the shipping. Okay, come on, let's be real here. The show has done a terrible job on shipping. Alright, so as of Volume 6, what are the confirmed ships? We have Bumblebee, still not sure if it's confirmed, and we have Arcos, which has been sunk, which got sunk the moment it was confirmed, and I guess Renora? I have no idea what's going on with that, but I think Nora confirmed they were a couple or something, and she calls Ren his man in Volume 6, I think episode 10, right? And so I don't get this entire argument if people say, like, that doesn't, like, that there are only 2 ships the show's focuses on, and any development of any ships is really been naught. Black Sun has barely had any development itself, because it's just been, Sun makes, literally, I like Black Sun, okay, I support Black Sun, but it's one of those things where it's like, they have barely done much for it anyways. It's just been, Sun says something cute, Blake blushes, that's it. There's not much been going on. It seemed to me like, you know, Blake likes Sun, I guess, but there's not much going on. I've not seen anything going on with that ship, so I don't get where people are coming from the argument that they've only focused on shipping. In fact, it makes no sense for them to be focused on shipping where they've been focused on the main storyline. That doesn't make any sense. If they're only focusing on shipping, you think Ren and Nora would have just made out by now? I'm just saying. This is just doing the hand holding. All they've done so far is just hand holding with most ships. That's basically been it. It hasn't been like a dedicated moment. Like even the Bumblebee moment wasn't even that very a dedicated moment. They were just holding hands. You guys are acting as if they focused on that like so heavily. It was just a minuscule moment. Why do you take that so seriously? It's not that deep. Like honestly, I don't get people who do this kind of stuff. It pisses me off every time I hear this. The show does such an awful job when it comes to just dealing with shipping, to be honest. Like relationships are not the show's strongest suit. Actually, do you know? Wait. Actually, I now know I actually now know why this argument is even a thing in the first place. It's because of the community, like, the ships. Everyone likes the ships in the community. RWBY's known for its heavy shipping community where everyone is shipped based on just colors because, the whole show is about colors. And so that's why you get a lot of ships. That's essentially it, honestly. But Rooster Teeth aren't the one focusing on the shipping. It's the fans. An aspect of this I completely forgot about is the fact that Rooster Teeth interacts with the community a lot. And the biggest part of the community is the shipping community. So obviously, because they interact with that community the most, because it's their biggest community, they're obviously gonna communicate with them more. And guess what? That almost has little effect on the writing, as proven by the show itself. And in the show itself, there's not really been that much in terms of shipping. Like, honestly, Volume 6, there was not that much in terms of shipping. Like, the John and Pyrrha moment was not a shipping moment, because guess what? Pyrrha is dead! I said that distortedly on purpose. And so there's no need... Yeah, there's just no... That argument makes no sense. Like, I hate it when someone... I don't get it. It's not... The show is not focusing on shipping just because... You can't go say, the show is focusing on shipping because Adam just ended up being a very terrible character in the end. Or you can't add it to... Or you just can't add it because, the show forgot this one bit. They're just focusing on shipping. No, they're just that poor element is just there because it's just bad writing, honestly. Like, it seems to be the most minuscule part the show is trying to focus on so far. And I don't get why this is a complaint.